I'm Lelosa Imasuen of York TV. October is Domestic Violence Awareness Month, and in light of the controversy surrounding former Baltimore Ravens running back Ray Rice, we'll take an in-depth look at domestic violence. Here's Simone with the report.
The U.S. Department of Justice states a woman is sexually assaulted every 2 minutes. Approximately more than a quarter of female sexual assault victims are raped by husbands or boyfriends, 1/3 by friends, and 5% by other relatives. Nearly 1/3 are killed by their current or former partner. Nearly 50% of reported domestic violence assaults result in serious bodily injuries. Domestic violence is any pattern of bullying tactics, which can include physical, psychological, sexual, economic, or emotional abuse. Violence crosses all ethnic, racial, and sexual orientations, says the United States Department of Justice. On September 11th, York College held an informative discussion about domestic violence.
Red flags to look for in a person that may indicate that they are abusive. When they have mood swings, one minute they're nice, the next minute they're angry, and you can't figure out what in the world happened to make this person upset.
The topic of domestic violence has taken front stage, with October being Domestic Violence Awareness Month. And the case that has domestic violence on the front pages, the Ray Rice case.
It's bad and terrible in obvious ways. Well, maybe not so obvious way, in the most apparent way. But I think it can also be a very good thing, because now people are talking about domestic violence, the almost racketeering ways of the NFL, the way the NFL treats young black men as a way they treat old rich white men, women speaking up for themselves, men taking responsibility. My advice would be the obvious: seek help. Obviously, we're here in the Women's Center, which is a place for women to seek help, or the Men's Center, as we were talking about with Professor Quash. There are places within this building where you can go and get help, and people trained to give you help.
Oh my God, are you serious? After all that, and she's still with him? Domestic violence? I think in the whole it's just wrong. Like, even if it's a man hitting a woman or women hitting men, I just think it's wrong totally.
To me, it was a very disrespectful slap against a lot of people. Ray Rice shows a lot of how athletes can be put in a different category when it comes to life. So where other people, regular people, would either be in jail, be brought up on charges, Mr. Rice was allowed to continue his life. Even though he was not allowed to go to work, he was not in jail. He was still allowed to collect a paycheck. People don't know how to use words. So if you don't know how to use words, what do? Knock them out, hit them. Because it's the easiest solution, to keep things quiet when you don't want to hear it.
York College will continue its coverage of Domestic Violence Awareness Month tomorrow with a discussion on Ray Rice in the atrium at noon. I'm Simone Graham, and you're watching York TV.